Hello Libra, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of November the 26th through December the 9th, 2024. This is a reading if you're a Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, or have another significant Libra placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you, and if you're returning, welcome back. If you want to find out more about my services that I offer, including tarot readings, please check the description box below. I'm also doing gift cards for tarot readings, so I can place a link for that as well. If you are interested in getting a reading or want to gift a reading to somebody, I do. That was a request of mine, so I'm going to provide those. So yeah, and also if you want to follow me on Instagram, I do a morning coffee with Breach every morning, and I do upload those periodically here to YouTube, so you can see the kind of archive of what I've done. But I do a daily tarot reading there every day as well as talking about certain topics that seem to be coming up in the current. So yeah, so with all that said, let's get right into your reading. I'm going to lay the cartouche cards out first, which are the main deck that I use here. And our secondary deck this week is going to be the Mystical Cats Tarot. Is going to be the secondary deck. So, okay, so let's look at the overall here, and I'm going to continue to pull cards as we go from the tarot deck. This is an interesting week. First of all, okay, you've got the wing disc right in the center of your reading, and this tells me that you are about to overcome any difficulties that you have. Whatever comes up this week that might be problematic, this says to me that you'll be home and dry in spite of whatever else may be happening. Now there's some really interesting prospects here. For some of you, I think new love is possible over here, or at least a significant relationship, because you do have the twins over here in the fifth house of love affairs. So if you're single and have been looking for love, that's a very good sign. You do have it with Horus over here in the seventh house, and Horus definitely can indicate, well, it indicates somebody with some visibility. Okay, so this is almost like could be a relationship. I mean, the word celebrity comes to mind, but I mean that's probably an overstatement. But but somebody who's noticed by the public is what Horus usually is, because that's also Leo energy. And you have it with the Ace of Fire down here, so that's really interesting. That suggests to me something new and passionate. Okay, Ace of Fire always brings passionate new relationships, so that's something that's standing out. And you have the Sea Queen, which is the Queen of Cups, with Horus over here in the seventh house. So this is yeah. So Sea Queen, I mean, the gender doesn't necessarily matter here, but Sea Queen would definitely indicate, definitely indicates love, and feelings of love and receiving love. There's a very receptive thing. Now, whether or not this means this person's a water sign, sometimes that could mean that. Being that you've got Horus and you've also got fire, this person really could be a fire sign. That could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But there definitely seems to be this, the idea. I feel like the Queen of Cups, regardless of your gender, might be you. I mean, the idea that you are somebody who is seen to be loving and compassionate, and there's kind of like this idea of being open to receiving love. And Horus can also indicate, healing when it comes to love and relationships as well. Now, for those of you who are already married, there definitely is this strong vibe here of family and of coming together, of being open emotionally. Okay, so this is a very good sign. If you've had difficulties in your relationships, there definitely seems to be this sense of opening up. And Horus has this very strong sense of family. I would say down here, if you are married, or married with a family and not possibly and maybe not looking for love, then there definitely seems to be some kind of powerful new connection here that's coming in. This could be a creative venture, or this could have to do, if you have children, maybe it's going to be a connection for one of them. If you have children that are old enough to be in relationships. So, but I don't know. My first instinct here is there's a new relationship coming, and I think this could be a bit of a surprise. Now let's look over at your third house here, because if we're talking about sudden communications, because aces can also bring messages. This could be messages of new love. You have Urias here, yeah, so there's something very unexpected. Now, I do remember that during this period of time of your reading, you are right in the thick of Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde is where this is a time of correction, of revisiting. So there is every possibility that this is a reading, this is a relationship that may be a returning person. Now, it doesn't have to be, okay? I don't want to say that absolutely that's going to be the thing, especially not in a general reading, but the possibility is there that this could be somebody returning. In any case, there seems to be something unexpected here coming up with regard to messages that you're receiving. And with the Five of Fire, yeah, this is a card of like competition. So I don't know if this is somebody who you feel like you're competing for, or if they feel that they have to compete for you. It can kind of go either way. Or there just seems to be this idea of something that's an outside distraction. So I don't know. I think if we're talking about love, this could be something unexpected. Maybe somebody who there's a lot of competition for, and you're kind of saying, whoa, what's going on here, you know? But I think if we're not looking at it that way, this still suggests to me that there's going to be unexpected communications. And Five of Fire can also bring distractions. It can bring competition. It can bring these kinds of little things that end up pulling our attention away from the things that we're supposed to be focusing on. So there's something very strongly Mercury retrograde-y about this. So I think, yeah, just use caution. And Urias would indicate, I feel like there's certain things you need to keep to yourself. Other people may be keeping things from you as well. There could be something that you learn kind of on the QT about something. But I also feel like, yeah, there's a sense of being cautious about communications right now as well. You know, people could be, you know, I feel like there's just kind of a lot of petty arguing when the Five of Wands comes up. So I think you might want to try to go out of your way to avoid petty arguments. And largely, in this period of time, they would be largely based on misunderstandings. If you're in business for yourself, yeah, there could be some unexpected things with, you know, aggravations or something having to do with competitors or somebody being competitive. So take it as it resonates there. But I mean, overall, it's not a terrible thing. It's just annoying. It's potentially annoying. But also it's just potentially just something that, you know, that you're just something taking a turn that you're not expecting. I don't think it's a bad thing, but this Five of Fire, I don't know. I feel like this is, like I said, you're either hearing about some competition. There could be people coming in, giving their opinion where it's not really wanted. And this can also be the sense that you are, you know, that something is, that you may hear something that ends up being a kind of distraction. So just be aware of that, and just be aware that in this time period, you want to be cautious about what you believe. In your first house, yeah, it's interesting. You have Sky Tom in your first house, which is the Knight of Swords. So you may be, well, I don't know. I think you either could be in a very rushed place right now where you feel like you're rushing around and you have to do a lot of things. This could also be the idea of somebody, a Knight of Swords is somebody who can be very sharp, can be very critical. It can be somebody who makes a snap judgment, really. So I think it's just saying at this point in time, be careful about snap judgments. I think that's what this is saying. Because there may be things going on that kind of have you a little bit on edge. Again, I'm not seeing anything terrible and you know, life-threatening or a major crisis in a relationship or anything like that. And again, overall, we do have this sense that you are going to overcome whatever might be coming up in this 2-week period. Now we have it with Hathor, though. Now Hathor, I feel like you're trying to get organized. I feel like you're, you know, I mean, Hathor is also somebody who's very, very beautiful, who presents as very beautiful. Again, male or female, this is a feminine energy, but there's this idea of aesthetic beauty. So it could be that, you know, you could be working on beautifying yourself, or this could just mean that other people see you as very beautiful. But with Sky Tom, I know there's a sense here of either rushing into something too fast or maybe jumping to a judgment too fast. So just kind of, I don't know, it could be, if this is a new relationship thing, and obviously if you're somebody who's looking very attractive to somebody, maybe you're being too critical of yourself. Maybe you're going, you know, why or what, you know? I don't know. There's definitely a strong energy of this here, but it could be that, because really, that fact that it's in your first house, I don't think this is necessarily you judging other people. This could be you judging yourself. So, yeah. So think about that. Again, this is a period of time where we may not be seeing things terribly clearly. Now, again, we've got news in your area of finances too. And with Crook and Flail, well, some of you, if you are dealing with legal matters, this is good news. If you're not, then this seems to indicate, again, a raise or a boost in status. It could be a promotion for some people at work. Again, doesn't have to be, but there's definitely this sense of getting a boost, okay, here in terms of your finances. And again, this seems like it's something unexpected because we have it with this Ace of Swords. So you are, yeah, so I think, so yeah, it seems like there's going to be some unexpected messages and coming in. I mean, again, there are some things you want to just be cautious, make sure you have all the facts just because of the time period that we're in. But yeah, this looks like a possibility for new love and new financial opportunities. Yeah, let's look over at your work houses here. And wow, you've got Earth and the Chariot in your house of Virgo. So I don't know. I don't know if there are worries about money. If so, I mean, Earth seems to indicate plenty of money coming in. To me, this seems to indicate a job maybe that's going to bring in a lot of money, or something that you're doing, some kind of service you're providing for somebody that might be very lucrative. So that's very interesting. And with the Chariot, there's the sense of, yeah, this could be you driving or traveling somewhere. Maybe the work has to do with driving too. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't have to. But it's very much this sense of, yeah, of like getting control of things. There's a strong energy here of you are anxious to kind of get things under control. Virgo energy is about clearing out the clutter, about getting organized, about getting your health in good order. And this is definitely a good omen for health, I can tell you that. Earth would suggest, this is a focus on the root chakra, so there would be a sense of focusing on, good nourishment and things, and also on just getting anxiety levels under control, things like that. Being grounded, definitely being something that's going to help you move ahead. So certainly from that perspective, yeah, there's definitely a very strong earthy practical vibe here. And Libra, it's interesting because you are an air sign, and sometimes Libra, one of the traits of Libra is that sometimes you can be a little indecisive about things. But this seems like you're very solid and like you know where you're going. If we look up here at your 10th house of career, yeah, I mean, Todd, this is you working very, very hard at something, okay? And it's Capricorn energy in the Capricorn house, so this is all really good news. I also keep hearing in my head like a male or somebody who's male who might be helping you in some way. That could be, or at least maybe that's an individual message for someone. But you have it with the Moon card, so again, the Moon seems to indicate that you're building something, but there's some lack of clarity here. When Moon comes up, something could be deceptive, not quite what it appears to be. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of messages coming in, but yeah. So whatever's going on with the job, I mean, I don't know. It could be that there is a promise of something to come here. And with the Moon card here, it's I don't know. There just seems something about. It seems like you're keeping your feet on your ground, you're working, you're moving towards stuff, and it's you're working towards stuff, you're moving towards stuff, but I feel like the path forward may not be entirely clear right now. There may be things that you're missing, and again, I feel like this is almost entirely attributable to retrograde. So don't worry. I mean, don't think like, oh, because I can't see the path forward, maybe I'm not doing the right thing, or just keep your feet on the ground and stay the course of what you're doing. Like that definitely seems to be the whole thing. Focus seems to be a key word for you this week, Libra. Don't let yourself get distracted with things, but it does seem like there's going to be some new energy with money or love, regardless, even if it's something that's not totally coming together at this point in time. Okay, let's look at your house connected to home and family, which is the house of roots, the 4th house. Okay, you've got Nephthys here. So, and you've got the World. So now the World, okay, so the World can be, to me, indicates the end of a cycle. Something coming to an end. Although with Nephthys, we may not, again, it's funny, you've got the Moon in the 10th house and you've got Nephthys in the 4th house, and they mean almost the same thing. So this could have to do with family or parents too. But it just seems like there's something that we can't quite see yet, something that we're not expecting, okay? And with the World card, yeah, there's something that's being finalized here, something that's coming to an end. Whatever it is, it's coming to a natural end, or it's coming to an end that is satisfying, like there's a sense of accomplishment with it. This can also indicate you potentially, this is the cat like looking out the window saying, yeah, I'm looking to broaden my horizons. I'm looking to go somewhere else. So for some of you, this could be a card of contemplating a move. But again, you might not have all the details yet. And of course, retrograde is never a time to actually physically make a move, but there definitely seems that this is that your sights may be set. You may feel like you're finished somewhere with something, and that your sights are set at a bigger thing. This could also have to do with a family matter as well. Now, I should point out that the third house is also the house of siblings, so this can also have to do with family. So there could even be some unexpected family quarrels that, I don't know, make you want to be done with something. But there may be a sense here that it's not really clear how that change is going to come yet. Okay, so what else do we have here? So we've gone through these. All right, let's look at your house of transformation, which is the 8th house. All right, so you've got Sphinx with the King of Fire. Okay, now Fire King, okay, this could be a person, again, Aries, Leo, Gemini. This is in your house of joint finances, so I'm wondering if there's going to be somebody coming in. For some of you, this could literally be like a joint financial arrangement with somebody, but we've got it with Sphinx. So there's a sense of secrecy here, or a sense of wait and see what's going to happen. The King of Wands can also mean that you are just very, very determined. You've got this Sky Tom in the 1st house, so you just may be charging through, determined to meet your goals and to do the thing that you want to do. This is a very highly ambitious card. It's a strong Aries energy, and it says, I'm going to get the thing, I'm going to do the thing that I want to do, okay? But Fire King has to, this suggests to me, this could be you being very ambitious, but this will be telling you to wait and see for the moment. Again, that seems to be the theme. Wait and see, just focus on doing what you're doing right now. Don't snap to any judgments. Does seem like there's going to be some news coming in. It's not that you can't accept that news, but just, make sure, you've got all your facts checked and everything before you make any assumptions. Don't jump to any conclusions here. But I don't know. This could also be, I feel like there's an element of secrecy here. This isn't the house of secrecy. It's the 8th house. So there could be some secrets being revealed, and it could be about a person like this. Could be Aries, Leo, Sag. This could be the specific person. Or, just maybe, I don't know. I do feel like this is an actual person. This could be ambition, but I feel more like this may be an actual person it's just coming through very strongly for somebody. And maybe somebody who is not making themselves apparent right now. But this may be a person who is going to somehow be involved with your financial situation or provide some kind of a help. So, I don't know. Take that as it resonates, but I'm feeling like a lot here, like you're working hard, you're building something, you're ready to move ahead, you're trying to, expand your reputation. There definitely seems to be this idea of partnerships that are very significant and visible. And again, if they're not love relationships, then there's still significant partnerships here that may spur you on creatively, if not in romance. But again, there's a reason right now that, I don't know, there's still some things that are kind of hidden in shadow. Now, your Sagittarius house. Now, we just moved into Sagittarius recently, and Sag energy is about expansion, okay? But you've got the 3 of Swords here. So 3 of Swords would indicate a need for a separation from something. And if I look at that with fire, I mean, again, okay, Sag is a fire sign. So there may be, I think you may be determined, however you're looking to expand your horizons, whatever you're looking to do next, this is you really very inspired. Like there's a lot of inspiration in here. And with the World down here, I feel like you're inspired. Some of you may be inspired to move away or move far away. Some of you may be inspired to go back to school or to teach something. Or maybe it's a spiritual inspiration because 9th house does govern spirituality as well as freedom and things like that. So so we've got this fire. But the fact that we have the 3 of Swords indicates that there's going to be some kind of separation that may be required. So I don't know. For me, this could be you separating from toxic people, situations, and maybe going off in your own direction with something. That's quite possible here. Whatever it is, this movement forward is going to require some kind of a separation. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, let's look at your Aquarius house. That's the 11th house. Friendships, goals, what you're trying to manifest, people in your social network. And wow, okay, you've got Thoth with the Wheel of Fortune. This card actually means just about the same thing as this, okay? Or at least that's one meaning of Thoth. Okay, so, all right. when we talk about your goals manifesting or your wishes, first of all, there's a time factor here. Divine time is a factor. So if you're being told to wait for it for a moment, understand that you are going to get exactly what it is that you want, but that it's going to come in at the right time. Like, timing seems to be everything. You don't want to jump the gun. You don't want to do something too fast. You want to just let the information come in. And again, remember right now that with Mercury retrograde, things that come in, we have to evaluate them carefully before we act on them. But I feel like following your instincts is important here. But I think if there's a determination here, if this King of Wands is a kind of determination to move ahead, this may be saying just wait until you have all the pieces here. And I do feel like it's saying wait till post retrograde, because then you will have more clarity. You will see what everything is. There won't be any unpleasant surprises. But this is just saying, yeah, like whatever, something's coming up with regard to your wishes that is divinely timed. Okay. Wow, that is a really, I mean, I don't usually steep those with the Wheel of Fortune like that. And again, this is in your house of what you are trying to manifest. So, wow. And yeah, let's look at your Pisces house. You've got Bast with the what they call the cat, which is actually the Fool. Okay, yeah, so you're very strongly intuitive right now. Your intuition is something you definitely want to rely on. So if you feel like something's amiss, you want to pay attention to that. But this is also a very friendly card. I think it's funny because this card sometimes comes up in the 12th house when we are doubting or not really sure about what our reputation is like, or if there's something that's going on in our social environment, or maybe even something creative that we're working on. If Bast shows up in the 12th house, or it could be just something we're doing and we're not sharing it with people right now. But I feel like Bast, sometimes it's a psychosomatic illness, so people who might have, stress and anxiety that make them feel, headachy or stomachache, things like that. But I feel like here it's saying, there may be a concern about whether or not what you're doing is going to be visible, or whether or not, or I don't know, about certain interactions with people. And yeah, this is showing up in your house of fear. So I feel like that might be amorphous to you. And you might also be afraid of like new beginnings. Like, am I doing something foolish? Am I jumping into something with both feet when I need to be very, very careful, So these are the concerns that are floating around in the back of your mind. But overall, you've got the Six of Fire with the winged disc. So, yeah, I mean, this is victory, okay? Now, certainly it's this is about leadership, victory. Again, recognition. See this cat? They're all bringing the cat toys to this one cat. This is you being recognized for something that you're doing, and wing disc indicates overcoming obstacles. So whatever distractions, whatever competition there is around here, I mean, I feel like you're quite determined and focused right now, Libra. But it is telling you just to be careful, because there are some things that are not going to be clear right now. There are some things kind of lurking in the shadows. And, so yeah, I would just, there's going to be some messages. Some of this is going to be unexpected and come out of the blue. There's going to be a lot of inspiration, a lot of, making plans for the future. But do remember that right now that you want to make sure that you're seeing everything for what it is, or that you're getting all the correct information, because during retrograde, things can get screwed up. So I hope this reading was helpful, Libra. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.